Sprout.
Barbie and the Pearl Princess. Lumina was born in the royal castle in Sigundia. As a baby, she wore a pearl bracelet with the royal crest. Lumina was the rightful heir to the throne because she was the only daughter of King Nereus and Queen Lorelei. Lumina's uncle, Caligo, wanted his son Fergus to inherit the throne and rule Sigundia. Caligo's dream was to be a ruler, so he wanted to live vicariously through his son. Caligo arranged for Scylla to kill Lumina in exchange for payment. Scylla found Lumina so endearing that she wanted to keep her safe from Caligo, so she raised Lumina on the outskirts of town in a sea cave. The king and queen were sad about Lumina vanishing, and they locked themselves in the palace. Lorelei wore a locket with a picture of Lumina in it, but Lumina had nothing to remember her parents by because Scylla kept her pearl bracelet hidden. For 17 years, the king and queen didn't perform their royal duties, and Lumina lived a peaceful but unexciting life with Scylla in their sea cave. She grew up believing Scylla was her aunt and was never told about her origins, because Scylla thought it would hurt Lumina to know the truth. Caligo convinced the king and queen to let Fergus be the heir to the throne now that he had come of age. There would be a royal ball for Fergus to meet a mermaid to be his queen, and King Nereus would give Fergus the royal medallion necklace, the Pearl of the Sea. After, the king would drink mareberry nectar to toast Fergus. Caligo had become impatient waiting for the king and queen to die naturally, so he sent a messenger eel, Murray, to ask Scylla to poison the king's drink. Scylla feared that Lumina would be in danger if she didn't listen to Caligo, so she reluctantly agreed. Caligo planned to kill Scylla after she poisoned the king so that he would be hailed as a national hero. The Trident Squad, who would be guarding the ballroom, were loyal to Caligo and would assist him with his plan. Murray gave Scylla an invitation to the ball, and Lumina overheard them talking about the castle. Before Lumina could introduce herself to Murray, Scylla sent him away and hoped he hadn't realized who Lumina was. Lumina questioned Scylla about the castle, but Scylla told her it was too dangerous for Lumina to travel to Sigundia and refused to let her go. The next day, Scylla said goodbye to Lumina, but she forgot her invitation. Lumina read it and realized Scylla was going to the ball, so she decided to go to Sigundia to give Scylla the invitation. Lumina packed some essentials into her pearl purse, left a note for Scylla explaining where she was, and set off with her best friend, Kuda. At the castle, Murray mentioned to Caligo that he had seen a blonde girl who looked like she was 17 years old, who was Lumina when he spoke to Scylla. Murray suggested that Lumina could be a wife for Fergus, but Caligo thought that Scylla lived alone. He became suspicious that Lumina, from Murray's description, could be the princess. He sent Murray to bring Lumina to talk to him so he could question her. On their way to Sigundia, Lumina and Kuda entered a cavern with fire coral and a forest of kelp. But Lumina and Kuda lost the invitation when a narwhal carried it off accidentally. Then they followed a path until they encountered a vampire squid. The squid was scared off by Spike, a stonefish that had poisonous spikes. He threatened Lumina and told her that one prick from his spikes could kill her, but she wanted to talk to him. To render him harmless, she covered his 13 spikes in pearls. She told him to be personable, but he found it hard to approach people because his appearance frightened other people. After all, they knew he was poisonous. Lumina understood how it felt to be lonely because of all her years alone at the sea cave with only Kuda and Scylla for company, so she befriended Spike, and he went to the city with her and Kuda. Meanwhile, Murray went back to Scylla's sea cave with his friends, intending to kidnap Lumina, only to find that she was gone. With Lumina out traveling, all Murray found was her pearl bracelet. After identifying the royal seal, he would use it as proof that Lumina was with Scylla. As Lumina traveled with her friends, Kuda swam into some snarly kelp, but Spike saved her. Kuda was shaken by what had happened and wanted to go home, but they finally reached the city by then. But then Lumina remembered that the narwhal had taken the invitation, and then she saw Scylla crossing the street. Knowing they would get in trouble if Scylla saw them without a reason to be there, Kuda pulled Lumina into Salon la Mer. This was because Lumina did not have the invitation. Kuda thought that Scylla would never believe that she and Lumina had gone to the palace to give her her invitation because they had lost it. Kuda thought that even if she and Lumina explained, Scylla would not believe them. Kuda thought that Scylla would think that they had gone to the castle only to disobey her, and then Scylla would be mad, so that is why she grabbed Lumina and pulled her into Salon la Mer. Lumina had thought that Scylla would believe her, but Kuda did not, so she pulled her into Salon la Mer. Kuda saw Scylla outside, so she and Lumina disguised themselves to prevent themselves from getting in trouble. Madame Ruckus, an octopus and the owner of the salon, was so impressed with how Lumina styled herself that she gave her a job. Lumina was excited, but had mixed reactions from her new co-workers. Sandrine, a mermaid stylist, was unwelcoming and told Lumina not to touch her things, such as her lucky hairbrush, though she later changed and defended Lumina when Caligo accused her of poisoning the king, when in fact, he did it. Cora, a mermaid, was friendlier. Lumina's first client loved the look Lumina gave her using her pearl magic. The next day, Lumina was already favored by clients. Murray showed Caligo Lumina's pearl bracelet with the royal crest. Fergus came in for his session with Lumina, and she told him she would introduce him to Cora, who he had a crush on. She led Fergus to Cora to have his nails done and hoped that they would become friends. At Salon la Mer, they had a delivery from a merman prince named Delphin, who delivered as a hobby. He and Lumina got along, much to Cora and Sandrine's amusement. Madame Ruckus had been given invitations to the ball for the whole staff, so Madame Ruckus, Lumina, Kuda, Cora and Sandrine all went shopping for things to wear. After Salon la Mer closed for the day, Lumina's friends got ready for the ball and made her an outfit to wear. At the ball, Fergus was wearing a Quidist feeder flower. It smelled bad, so Caligo removed it from him. As Lumina entered the ballroom, everyone stopped and stared. She danced with Prince Delphin, and Caligo realized that Lumina was the princess. He took Lumina out of the ballroom, and Lumina and Kuda were put into sacks and thrown in the castle dungeon. Murray told Lumina that Scylla was going to poison the king, but Lumina was unsure of whether to believe him or not. Lumina used pearls to distract Murray and then escaped with Kuda. She wanted to help Scylla because she thought the only way Scylla would do such a thing was if she was forced to do it. Lumina got away from guards by pretending she was a part of photos in the hallway, and Scylla put poison into Caligo's drink instead of the king's to give him a taste of his own medicine. The king and queen felt sad to be giving the Pearl of the Sea and the kingdom to Fergus rather than Lumina, but they put on a brave face. Scylla felt guilty after overhearing them discuss their feelings. She wanted to tell them about Lumina, but she wasn't allowed to speak to them. Caligo was suspicious about his drink, so he gave it to King Nereus. Scylla tried to stop the king from drinking it, but Lumina arrived in time and knocked the drink out of her father's hand. Caligo explained that Lumina was trying to attack the king. All of Lumina's friends defended her, but Scylla admitted that she had put poison in the king's goblet in front of all the guests. Before Scylla could explain that she had been forced to poison the king by Caligo, Caligo pushed her into one of Spike's poisonous spikes. Lumina held Scylla in her arms as she grew weaker and weaker from the poison. Scylla finally told Lumina that she had taken her from her parents. Fergus pointed out his Quidist feeder of flower, the rare antidote to stonefish poison. Lumina placed 2 petals on Scylla's tongue, but the Trident squad surrounded her. Lumina used her pearl powers more intensely than ever before to protect Scylla. The antidote worked, and Scylla told the king that Caligo was the one who told her to poison him. The Trident squad tried to stop Caligo from being exposed, but Lumina and all her friends battled Caligo's guards. The king and queen's guards imprisoned Caligo and the Trident squad after the struggle. Queen Lorelei told Lumina that her pearl magic is a royal gift, and Scylla revealed to Lorelei that Lumina was her missing daughter. King Nereus gave Lumina the Pearl of the Sea, making her the heir to the kingdom. Lumina's mother gave her a tiara. Even though Lumina had found her real family, she still considered Scylla to be her aunt. She wanted Scylla and Kuda to live in the castle with her. Lumina hugged her family and knew that the best dream come true wasn't being a princess, but being with the people she loved.
Subscribe, like, share, and comment.